It's more than just for yourself. That's what's special about this team. Don't worry about the score. Don't worry about the opponent. Worry about the 6 seconds and playing for each other. And what do you want it to look like when we're done? It's about making memories. It's about taking it to them. Whose highlight tape do you want to be on? Ours or theirs? Whose highlight tape do you want to be on? Us making the plays, us setting it, who we are or them. You want to be the best? You show up and be your best against the best.
This edition of Southern Miss Sports Today with Todd Monken is presented by Bancorp South, right where you are, and brought to you in part by the City of Hattiesburg, a proud sponsor of Southern Miss Athletics. UPS, from figuring it out to getting it done, UPS is here to help. Hattiesburg Coca-Cola, want a taste of everything? Drink Coke Zero with real Coke taste and 0 calories. We'll be back with This Week in Southern Miss Football right after this.
Late. Watch your speed. Pay attention or pay a fine.
Well, hi, everybody. Welcome back to Southern Miss Sports Today with Coach Todd Monken, presented by Bancorp South. Golden Eagles have just returned from the road. They were up at Marshall the other night, last Friday night, taking on the Marshall Thundering Herd. Marshall ends up winning the ball game by a score of 31-10. John Cox, along with Coach Monken and Coach, the Eagles now get ready to come back home and celebrate homecoming against the Roadrunners of UTSA. We'll talk about them in a minute, but let's go back to the Marshall game. When you look back at the Marshall ball game, what sort of stands out? What do you think were some of the keys either way in that ball game?
Well, it's disappointing, John, that so many opportunities, you know, just in the first half alone, to have 3 opportunities and come away with only 10 points, have a celebration penalty that puts us where we're kicking off from the 20. It gives them great field position, jumping off sides when they just taken a timeout to set up for a field goal and giving them an opportunity to score a touchdown. Just things we control, things that we haven't done for the most part all year, and we did in the first half, and then we turn it over. That's the frustrating thing, John. We're better than that, and we've got a good enough team to go up there and compete and win. You mentioned the big momentum change, particularly early in the ball game. It looks like you're going to go down and take the lead at halftime. You get a field goal block. They end up getting a touchdown thanks to a penalty later on the Golden Eagles. That really kind of changed the momentum around a little bit there. Sure it did. You're on the road and you've moved the ball pretty consistently. You don't get a chance to score a touchdown, which is frustrating. And then, you know, it's a short field goal. It's not difficult. We got to get the ball elevated, but we get it blocked and it goes back another 20 yards, and then they put a good drive together. But we get them stopped, as we've done a great job all year on defense on third down, and then we just give them one. And then on the touchdown, we're misaligned. We turn a guy loose. So those are the things that frustrate you as a coach, that we've got to do better, that I've got to do better, and as a team we've got to do better. When you go back and look at the effort by the Golden Eagles defensively, you hold them under 300 yards. It really wasn't – they didn't do a lot of things there to really they hit the one big play, a 61-yard pass play. For the most part, you kept their offense in check. We did, and our guys up front controlled the line of scrimmage. I thought we covered well. You know, we gave up the one deep play on a rotation problem. You know, really we gave them the plays that they made, but our guys played awfully hard on both sides of the ball. We played hard. We didn't do it well enough really in special teams or on offense. What about on offense? What are some things that you saw that you liked? And then you mentioned some of the things that kind of got you in a hole there, but were there some individuals offensively that you saw that you liked what you saw out there? Well, first of all, I thought our guys competed. I thought our running backs ran hard. I didn't think collectively we played very well. I don't think and I think our offensive players would say that, you know, from the turnovers to Nick didn't play his best. We didn't compete like we're capable on the perimeter. Now, Marshall has a lot to do with that. They're a talented group. They're talented up front and in the secondary, but we've got to play better, and we have, and we can.
Well, it was Southern Miss and the Marshall Thundering Herd last Friday night up in Huntington, West Virginia. Let's go back and take a look at all the action. Mullins takes the snap and throws it right side. Caught by Ito Smith. A block in the corner at the 30-35 and run out of bounds just across the 40-yard line. Run out of bounds by the Thundering Herd, but that's a first down pickup on the first play of the ball game. Marshall showing blitz. Handoff, Richard around the left side. He turns the corner at the 20, leaps over a tackler and gets it out across the 25. Takes the snap, drops to throw, looking left, looking right, now over the middle, got a man. That's caught by Thomas. Thomas right side, heads up the field. He's into Marshall territory, takes it down to near the 39-yard line before Antavius Rowe was able to make the tackle. Thomas came from the left side all the way across to the right side. Two backs in the backfield. Mullins leaves it with Richard dancing up the middle, got a hole and gets across the 30. Eagles double receivers left, single receiver right, and again it goes to Ito Smith, left side, trying to turn the corner, gets a block in the corner. Ito at the 15, Ito inside the 10, and bumped out of bounds down near the 5-yard line. That's a 22-yard run by Ito Smith. He gets the Golden Eagles down to the 5, run out of bounds by Antavius Rowe, the cornerback. First and goal for the Eagles for the Marshall 6. Mullins looking to throw, in trouble, throws upfield, got a man, caught by Mike Thomas. Touchdown Southern Miss. Mike faked in and cut to the front left corner of the end zone. Mullins under pressure delivered it perfectly, and a 6-yard touchdown pass. That takes the snap, drops the throw, looking, steps up, throws over the middle, got a man, caught by the Eagles. Out across the 40. Mullins on second and 10, low snaps, got it, throws over the middle, he's got a man, that's caught by Ricky Parks. Running back Johnson in the backfield, here's Johnson, oh, he got hit and tackled for a loss back at the 35. Litton takes the snap, drops the throw, here come the Golden Eagles, he throws up the field, and it's intercepted by the Golden Eagles. Kalen Reed cut in front of the intended receiver McManus and made a diving interception around the 45-yard line. Eagles out of that pistol formation, and the handoff will go up the middle to Richard, breaks a tackle, breaks another, still on his feet, around the left side at the 30, left sidelines at the 20, and run out of bounds around the 16. That was a heck of a run by Jalen Richard. They almost had him a couple of times. Somehow he broke away, kept on his feet before Blake Keller finally runs him out of bounds. Sean Field running. Back, down, kick on the way. Line drive kick, that is up and good. It just got inside. Litton will take the snap, leave it with Watson. Stutter steps, and that cost him. He got hit and lost yardage. Back at the 22, Elijah Parker met him. Nick will take the snap, throw it right side, caught by Ito at the 35, got a block at the 40, 45, across the 50. They'll give it to Watson, who got wrapped up and brought down immediately. Loss of a yard. Looking to throw, trying to convert, looking, chased, fires up the field, and Marini makes a catch. Litton off the right hash, looking to throw, and scrambling now, pulls up, tries to run, and got sacked. He got sacked by the Golden Eagles. That's Ladarius Harris again. Harris gets his first career sack. Golden Eagles second at about 15. Mullins throws down the center of the field. He's got a man. Caught by the Golden Eagles and out to about the 38. Mullins off the right hash, takes a snap down the seam. Martin makes the catch and goes down for a first down. Eagles play hurry up. Mullins again down the field, got Casey, who makes a catch, over the shoulder catch. Doc Holliday and Todd Monken meet out in the center of the field.
People ship all kinds of things.
But what if that thing is a few 100,000 doses of flu vaccine
that need to be kept at 41 degrees.
while being shipped to a country where it's 90 degrees in the shade?
Sound hard? Yeah.
Does that mean people in Laos shouldn't get their vaccine?
We didn't think so.
From figuring it out to getting it done.
We're here to help.
Thank you. thank you so much for this prestigious award. I would like to thank my friends and family.
Hey, it's time for your homework.
Coming, Mama. As I was saying, I would also like to thank my educators for all they've done with me. Without them, I couldn't do anything.
And the winner of the first place award for small cities is Hattiesburg, Mississippi for the Education Initiative.
What are you doing back there, Haley?
Feeling like a winner.
And once again, back on Southern Miss Sports Today with Coach Todd Monken, presented by Bancorp South. Time now to visit with one of our Golden Eagle seniors. Our special guest today is Golden Eagle defensive lineman Michael Smith out of Birmingham, Alabama. And Todd, talk about how he has grown and improved as a football player in this time he has been here.
Well, he's gotten bigger every year, and it enabled us this year to be able to move him inside some. You know, we've bounced him back and forth. There was a time where we were going to play him inside, and then we got some guys banged up outside, and we've moved him around, and all he's done is say, spot the ball, I'll play wherever you want me to. And he's a great kid. He's going to graduate here at mid-semester, and he's developed every year, and it's been difficult. I think he's had 4 different D-line coaches in the 5 years he's been here. So, but he's a great kid, loves his teammates, loves Southern Miss, and has really done a great job for us.
Guy who's played a lot of football over the last few years for the Golden Eagles, again out of Birmingham, Alabama. Let's spend a few minutes and meet up close and personal Golden Eagle defensive lineman Michael Smith.
Take the snap, looking to throw, under pressure, he's going to be sacked. Back around the 20, another sack for the Golden Eagles. That time, big Mike Smith got in. That's number 2 for Smitty tonight, and it's 4th down, and North Texas has to kick it away.
Really just coming to Southern Miss, one of the biggest things I heard people talk about was the tradition of winning, of toughness and physical football. And really, you know, I was from a small school. There really wasn't much given anything, and a lot of people could compare that to Southern Miss. So I kind of came in related. It was the first school that offered me. I really liked the coaches and just the whole atmosphere, the whole city. So, you know, I came here, but I was blessed for it. You got to have heart, because it all starts up front. It all starts in the trenches. They can win. We can win and lose the game, and you got to have heart for 4 quarters. You got to go in there tough, no matter the score or anything. You got to do your job, because as a defensive lineman, you can take that one play off, and that one play can be the difference in winning and losing. So you have to have heart. You got to have confidence in yourself and what you're doing, what the coaches want you to do. The one thing that Coach Duggan emphasizes is just getting in the black, and what he means by that is 11 hats always to the football, no matter where it's at. If you can always get everybody on defense running to the ball full speed, that one mess up that somebody made, everybody running to the ball can make up for all of that. So, I mean, of course you got to know the scheme within the system, but at the same time, if you're always playing fast, playing full speed, it'll make up for all of that. I just learned from a lot of people, you know, growing up in my life. I just randomly come across guys who played in the league or guys who play big time ball in the league now. And really probably my granddad, he didn't play much ball, but he was just on me about how tough I should be and how I should play. And even when I did good, I felt like I did good, he said, hey, you can always do better. So that kind of taught me that there's always more room for improvement. I learned a lot about the game. In these past 4 years, even though I could say, you know, it's still a lot to learn about it. But I have more confidence in myself and with playing. I'm able to play more physical, use my hands, stuff that I really probably wasn't taught or did in high school. Just to be explosive. I watch a lot of film and watch how guys at the next level play, and they just play full speed. And it's all about, you know, football is a game of toughness, but it's also a game of adversity. And, you know, football is a game that teaches you about life. And just playing it, I can learn. It's a lot of things off the football field that just playing the game, I say, hey, if I can get through this, I can get through that. Well, of course I want to play at the next level, but at the same time, as far as career, I'm studying sports management right now, and I like the business aspect of what the school teaches here, you know, the School of Business here. And I like to talk to people. I feel like I can talk to people, and I really can see myself selling life insurance, you know, getting to know people and building that bond with them, not just selling them, you know, for money, but getting to know people, teaching them about what they can do. So I think that's something I could excel in.
Marshall beverage at 37,000 feet. It's a good call. After 10 years, the only spot on the road we actually look forward to going out to eat, right here, Daniello's. Let's go get some capricola, everybody.
This is the best pizza place in Huntington, maybe in the state of West Virginia, maybe in the Midwest, and I've traveled the Midwest, so we always come back because they're always so good to us. The pizza's great, the capricolas are great, the hospitality is unbelievable, so that's why we're here at Daniello's in beautiful downtown Huntington, West Virginia.
This is your first trip to Huntington, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. So back when I played, we didn't play Marshall, so I heard a lot about this trip and excited to be here.
He said with great conviction. One of the cool things we get to do when we go on road trips is actually get to see some of the campus, some of the cities and where we go. Today, very poignant, we're in Marshall, and this is the Memorial Fountain, dedicated in honor of the 75 people who lost their lives on that flight on November 14th of 1970. If you ever come here, you got to come and see this memorial. Very cool.
Southern Miss held off a late Nebraska charge to defeat the Cornhuskers 21-17 before nearly 78,000 in Memorial Stadium on September 11, 2004. The Golden Eagles converted 5 Nebraska turnovers into 18 points. With 8:34 to play in the game, Darrell Bennett recovered a fumble by the Cornhuskers, giving the Golden Eagles the ball at their own 49-yard line. 2 plays later, Dustin Allman put Southern Miss ahead to stay, tossing a 46-yard touchdown pass to Marvin Young. The 2-point conversion attempt was no good as Southern Miss led 21-17 with 7:47 remaining in the game. But the Cornhuskers would have one more final opportunity to win the game. The Cornhuskers reached the Southern Miss 12 but were unable to get the ball into the end zone as the Golden Eagles took over on downs to close out the game. A thrilling 21-17 win at Nebraska on September 11, 2004 will always be remembered as one of the great moments in Southern Miss football.
Get them out of the huddle. Let's go. Full speed. Let's go. Let's go. You know, the guys that I think had the most influence on me getting into this profession would be first probably my dad. My dad was a high school football coach and in the 70s and along the time I was born. So kind of grew up early on around that and then eventually got out of coaching. But at the same time, I think just growing up around athletics and his influence was huge. And then as I moved up and continued, I guess high school is always a memorable place, you know, where you kind of growing up and trying to decide what I might do with my life. And I had a high school football coach named Ricky Sizemore that had a big influence on me at Bob Jones High School, and just felt more comfortable and felt like, you know, hey, this is probably what I want to do for a living, and it's really the thing I'm the most interested in doing, you know, coaching and trying to help mentor men and or young men and help them become men, I guess is the best way to say it. But I think those would be 2 huge influences, and really a lot of coaches I played for in high school I'm very good friends with today. I think a lot of those guys had an influence on me at a young age. George Richard Lindsey is my full name, but I'm a junior. My dad's George Richard Lindsey, and so being a junior, I'm I guess a chip off the old block is where that came from. My grandmother kind of gave me that name, and it stuck. And but it's always fun when I give my driver's license to somebody and they look at it and they say George Lindsey, and they always think about Goober Lindsey. And what's funny is George Goober Lindsey in the 1960s, late 60s, 1968, he also went to the University of North Alabama. It was called Florence State then. My dad was playing there. My dad had a good game, and after a homecoming game, George Lindsey was there and signed a football that said, to George Richard Lindsey Jr. from George Goober Lindsey. We still have that football at home, so it's kind of a neat story. But he's from Jasper, Alabama, so small world, same name, but unfortunately no relation.
The whole deal is we're a little sell it, okay? Keep two hands on it. Keep two hands on it. Hopefully we'll get a good sale right there and we'll run by them, okay? If that guy is off, right, really deep, and it's not a good look, what do we need to check it to?
My offensive football philosophy is try to build it around our players, you know, whatever we feel like they can do. And, you know, early on in my career, I coached in the wing T offense for a long time. That was kind of the thing going when I first got in coaching, and nobody was really spread and throw it around much. And so when I got a chance to do my own thing and offensively, then I went the other way. So we were 4 and 5 wides and threw it a bunch. And because I was taking jobs at that time where football was not the most popular sport at that place. So it's a good way to get kids out, get them off the basketball court and get them out to help you, get your better athletes out. And then as I climbed the profession and now have you know, gotten into college football, you know, it's kind of neat to grow a little bit, you know, and learn some different things, the way different people do things. I've had a chance to work for some really good coaches in college football, you know, with Larry Blakeney and I worked at Auburn with Gus Malzahn and now Coach Monken here at Southern Miss, and all of them are similar in some ways, but it's kind of neat to get a different take on the way to do things from practice or philosophy. Well, to put on the black and gold here at Southern Miss, growing up in Alabama and understanding what Southern Miss was about and has been about over the years it's an honor, you know, to be able to work at a place like this where football's been so important and football is such a great history. And you know, growing up in the state of Alabama, watching Southern Miss come in and like I said, in one year beat Alabama and Auburn in the same year. I was in high school when that happened, and and then I think missed a field goal to beat Georgia in the same year. That's unheard of these days. So. A lot of great tradition here, and I coached the quarterbacks, and obviously one of the best of all time played here, Brett Favre. So, plus you have Austin Davis and Jeff Kelly and Lee Roberts and all these other guys that I know. Reggie Collier, you know, before everybody, he was here, and so it's an honor to be working here and working on the staff with Coach Monken. But this place is a special place, and we wake up every day, you know, appreciating the opportunity to come to work.
Southern Miss fans, show your pride with real Golden Eagles gear from the official online store, shop.southernmiss.com. You'll find everything a Golden Eagles fan needs, from jerseys to sideline gear, polos, t-shirts, hats, and more. With an awesome selection of Golden Eagles products, including official team merchandise from Russell, when it comes to Golden Eagles pride, there's only one place real Southern Miss fans go, shop.southernmiss.com.
We're late.
Watch your speed. Pay attention or pay a fine.
And we're back, Southern Miss Sports Today with Coach Todd Monken, presented by Bancorp South. Golden Eagles are getting ready to take on the Road Runners of UTSA on Saturday night for homecoming. We'll talk about them in a minute, but Tom, we just saw a few minutes ago a little feature we did on your offensive coordinator, Chip Lindsey. Talk about what attracted you to Chip, want to make him a part of this Golden Eagle coaching staff, and what he's been able to bring to the team.
Well, I think first and foremost, similar philosophies. You know, what you want to do offensively, how you can spread the ball around, tempo. And then when he went over to Auburn, because I knew Chip or got to know Chip when we were recruiting Nick, who coached him in high school, but when he went to Auburn and then got a little variance, you know, in terms of what Coach Malzahn does, and being around that program I thought was invaluable. And so when we had the position open, when Marcus left, I thought he'd be a great fit.
All right, let's talk about what's coming up for the Golden Eagles. The Road Runners of UTSA are coming to town, and it's a ball club who almost got a big win this past weekend. They had Louisiana Tech tied. Louisiana Tech kicks a field goal there at the end of the ball game. When you watch the Road Runners, Larry Coker's ball club, what sort of pops out to you?
Well, I was hoping when they lost all those seniors last year, 30 of them, that they wouldn't be as good as they are now. But, you know, what stands out is their coaches do a great job. You know, they've got good players. They're very sound and simple in what they do. But, you know, they're 1-5. But if you look at the teams they've played, the teams that are kind of Colorado State, they could have won. The La Tech game, they could have won. Yeah, they played Kansas State, Arizona, Oklahoma State, and didn't win those games, but there's a lot of teams in our league that would be 1-5 with that schedule. So we're going to have to play our best. We're excited. Homecoming here, which is special for not only our players, but our alumni coming back, and we'll be ready.
When you coach against a Larry Coker ball club, and I'm not sure how many times other than last year you've done that, but when you coach against one of his team, what do you expect? Just a hard-nosed team that's going to play hard for 60 minutes?
I think so. I think what they do defensively is they're simple and sound, and then offensively, you know, they've had quarterbacks that can run, so they put pressure on you by being able to throw it and the quarterback run it. They're a little banged up at that position, but we expect their best, and we'll be at our best.
Let's talk just a minute before we wrap it up about Conference USA. This is again, we've talked about several times, the races in the East and the West are really kind of up for grabs. I mean, right now everybody's kind of beating everybody a little bit. There are a few teams that are off to really good starts, but still, boy, it's up in the air. A lot of guys that could still figure into the championship.
Sure, because I don't, right now, other than Western playing middle, I'm not sure a lot of the teams that have a chance to win the East or the West have played each other. Outside of that game, you know, Rice hasn't played La Tech. We haven't played Rice. We haven't played La Tech. You know, Marshall still has to play both. And so there's a lot of games still left for teams to be able to control their own destiny.
And especially for the Golden Eagles. I know you made a point of that after the ball game then up at Marshall, is all the goals that this Southern Miss team has laid out there for themselves at the start of the year are still within reach, even after the defeat on last Friday night.
Sure it is. It's still within our reach. It's to win the West. It's to win a conference championship, to be a bowl-eligible team. Those are all still there. We still, we're 1-0 in our division. We're 1-1 in the league. But as I've said all along, if you win the games in your division, you have the tiebreaker. So that's our goal. And this is a divisional game and a game that's critical for us.
All right. Well, best of luck on Saturday against UTSA, and we'll see you next week.
Thanks, John.
All right. Todd Monken and the Golden Eagles against the Roadrunners of UTSA. It's a Saturday night game at the Rock Homecoming for the Golden Eagles. Love to see you there. A lot of things going on. So come on out to the campus, come to the stadium, and be a part of all the action. Don't forget, Monday nights, we're at Mugshots Grill and Bar in Hattiesburg for the Golden Eagle Hotline. Come on by and visit with us. Talk a little Golden Eagle football. That'll do it. Have a great week, everybody. See you next time with another inside look into Golden Eagle football.
This edition of Southern Miss Sports Today with Todd Monken has been presented by Bancorp South, right where you are, and brought to you in part by the City of Hattiesburg, a proud sponsor of Southern Miss Athletics. UPS, from figuring it out to getting it done, UPS is here to help. Hattiesburg Coca-Cola. Want a taste of everything? Drink Coke Zero with real Coke taste and 0 calories. This has been a presentation of IMG, America's home for college sports.